Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Here We Go, and today we've got some exclusive news for you. Breaking news just dropped. Villarreal have agreed a deal in principle to sign Renato Veiga from Chelsea, and it's a club record signing. Let's dive into all the details right away. The story so far is this. There's been a verbal agreement reached between Villarreal and Chelsea for the transfer of the Portuguese midfielder. The package is worth around 29.5 million euros in total, including add-ons. So here's what that means. Despite being only 21 years old, Vieira has already made over 130 appearances for Chelsea in all competitions. He was a key part of their run to the Champions League final in 2021, but he is now ready for a new challenge. And let me tell you, the deal isn't done yet, but it's pretty much there. The documents still need to be exchanged, and then Veiga will travel for medical tests. But basically everything is agreed. He said yes to Villarreal. They have beaten off competition from other teams who wanted the player, and they were really excited to have him on board. Now let's talk numbers, because this deal is gonna set you back a pretty penny. Around 29.5 million euros is what we're hearing. Now that might seem like a lot, but considering the talent that's on the table, I think it's worth every penny. That's not the full amount going to Chelsea. There's also a sell-on clause included in the deal, which means if Vieira gets sold on in the future, Chelsea will get a cut of the profits. It's a smart move by both clubs involved, shows that Villarreal are thinking long-term and Chelsea are also securing their future with this deal. So why is Vieira leaving Chelsea? Well, this is a question that a lot of people have been asking, and let me shed some light on that for you. Look, Vieira's time at Chelsea hasn't been easy. He's had to deal with injuries and competition for places in the squad. Plus, he needs regular football to keep developing, and that hasn't been happening at Chelsea. In fact, last season under Potter, he barely got any minutes on the pitch. Now, I know he's a talented player, but this is a business, and football is a results-driven industry. If you're not playing well or enough, people are gonna talk. There were even rumors that Chelsea might let him go on loan this summer, but it seems like they've decided to cut their losses and sell him outright. And let's not forget about the other factor here, money. The Premier League is known for its big spenders, and Chelsea are no exception. They've spent over £300 million on new players this season alone. So with all that competition for places and the constant influx of new players, it's tough for someone like Vieira to break through and establish himself as a regular starter. Plus, with the way things were going, it didn't look like he was gonna get the playing time he needed to keep improving. So all things considered, it makes sense why he's looking for a move away from Stamford Bridge. Now, you might be wondering, how did Villarreal come into the picture? Well, this is a team that finished 5th in La Liga last season and qualified for the Europa Conference League. They're a solid side with a good manager and a clear vision for the future. And it seems like they see Vieira as an important piece of that puzzle. So for Vieira, this move to Villarreal could be exactly what he needs to kickstart his career. He lines get more playing time and a chance to prove himself in a league that is always full of surprises. What does this deal mean for the future of both clubs? Well, let's take Villarreal first. They're making a bold statement by signing Vieira. It shows that they're serious about competing at the highest level. Vieira is a proven winner. He's got experience playing in the Champions League and the FA Cup. He's also got the kind of vision and creativity that can unlock any defense. So for Villarreal, this is a huge coup. They are getting a player who can make things happen in the final third and bring that unpredictability to their attack. As for Chelsea, well, it's tough to say. They're still a top team, but they're going through a transition phase. New players coming in, old players leaving. It's a balancing act, and it's not always easy. If Vieira doesn't work out at Villarreal, they can always buy him back. But if he does well and Villarreal wants to sell him on for a profit, Chelsea will get a cut of the action, so it's a win-win for them either way. So let us talk about Vieira's playing style and what he brings to the pitch, because this guy is not your average footballer. No, sir. With his exceptional vision and creativity, Vieira is the kind of player who can unlock any defense. He's got the passing range to pick out a teammate from almost anywhere on the pitch, and his movement is so unpredictable that defenders often find themselves lost and confused. But it's not just his attacking prowess that makes Vieira such a valuable asset. His composure and decision-making abilities are what truly set him apart. Even under pressure, he remains calm and focused, always looking for the right pass or the best time to make a run. And when it comes to playing in big games, Vieira doesn't just rise to the occasion, he thrives in it. He's got the kind of killer instinct that every team needs to succeed in high-stakes matches. Now, let's talk about why this transfer matters. The deal between Villarreal and Chelsea for Vieira is not just a transfer, it's a statement. For Villarreal, it shows that they're serious about challenging the status quo and making a name for themselves in European football. They're tired of being underestimated, and they're ready to prove that they belong among the elite. With Vieira's arrival, they've got the firepower to surprise even the most seasoned teams. On the other hand, Chelsea's decision to cash in on Vieira shows that no player is indispensable. Even the young prodigies who dazzled fans with their skills can be replaced if they do and perform up to par. It's a harsh reality of the sport, but it's a lesson that every player must learn early on. So here's my takeaway on this monumental move. Villarreal have pulled off a masterstroke by signing Vieira. They've got a player who can not only help them win trophies, but also grow as a person and a footballer. As for Chelsea, well, only time will tell if they can fill the void left by Vieira's departure. But one thing's for sure, they've got some big shoes to fill. What are your thoughts on this deal? Think Vieira will be a success at Villarreal? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, this is your host, and remember, football is life. Enjoy every minute of it. Cheers. Alright, let's dive into the comments and see what the fans are saying. Oh, wow, check this out. A lot of Villarreal fans are going wild. One supporter says, "Yellow Submarine is officially a submarine." Another one says, "Welcome to the submarine, King." And someone else says, "We are officially a top club." It's great to see the fans so excited about this signing. They know that Vieira can elevate the team to the next level. But what about Chelsea fans? Well, some of them are a bit salty. One fan says, if he doesn't work out, they'll be back with the same excuse. He's young and needs time. Another one says, give the boy a break. But overall, most of them are being pretty supportive. One fan summed it up perfectly, all the very best for the future, Ronnie. Thank you for everything, and please don't come back, I love that. Now, here's a comment that caught my attention. A supporter asks, why aren't more clubs trying to sign young players like Vieira? They're the future of football? That's a great question. It's all about identifying these hidden gems before anyone else and nurturing their talent. It's not always easy, but it can make all the difference. And finally, we've got this hilarious comment that says, I hope he flops so that we can have an excuse to roast Chelsea more. It's funny because it's true. We all love to see our favorite team do well, but we also love to take a jab at our rivals. It's all in good fun. So what do you think? Is Vieira gonna be a success at Villarreal? Let me know in the comments below, and hey, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future episodes. Thanks for watching, this is your host. And remember, football is life, enjoy every minute of it, cheers!